What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Big Mar. Today is Saturday, June 17th. Happy Juneteenth week out here in San Francisco and all across the Bay Area. And today's topic is about time management. Now, managing time is very important, especially when you have, a lot of things going on. Especially when you're an entrepreneur, an athlete, an artist, you always gotta manage time, because the thing is, you wanna take time out of your busy schedule to make time to do stuff that's fun, whether it's with family, whether it's with friends, your significant other, et cetera, et cetera. And, when we was kids, we had time to manage our time easy as kids, whether it's playing a video game, whether it's just meeting a friend outside at a certain time. We didn't even know what time was as kids, but somehow, some way, that kid met up with his friend, or she met up with her friend, or she met up with that other kid friend from a long time ago, whether it's two girls meeting up or two guys meeting up, or the girl meeting up with the other guy. When we were younger, being a little boy and little girl, we just run around and play and do kid stuff. Then when you transition into becoming an adult, now you gotta worry about taxes, paying bills, and that's all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? PG&E, cable, everything's a bill now. Paying for going to the gym, that's a bill. Now you got to manage, taking care of this all at one time, but you make time to tell yourself, okay, let me scoot everything to the side. Let me think, okay, I'm going to take care of this on this day. Let me take care of this on this day. Let me pay this bill on this day. Phone bill is due coming up on Friday, so I'm gonna take care of it on this day. Let me try to see if I can make time to go see my family this day and that day. As you get older, you begin to see sometimes you'll have maybe 2 or 3 people out of your family that likes to go out a lot. And my mom and grandma is the main 2 that I know that likes to go out extremely a lot. As I've gotten older, I've gotten comfortable, as long as I'm, focused on my music, focused on, other stuff going on in my personal life besides the music, I'm good, because that's the only thing I, mainly focusing on is finishing up the music side of things. And then I'll make time for other things when I'm not so busy. But I feel like it's so important that you check in with your family or your significant other to let these people know, like, look, such and such day at a such and such time, we can go out. It's like your family got to check in with you now because you're so busy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like at times we don't ever get to experience, we don't ever get a chance to experience managing the time that we're supposed to manage, because it's so many things that go on at one time, which is understandable. But for the most part, I want to say, when you get to a certain part in your life where you feel like you've accomplished a lot, things tend to feel like they're overwhelming, but they're not. You know what I mean? At times you feel like you want to give up because you feel like you're not managing it in the right way, or you're not managing it at the time frame you want to manage it. So things begin to get crammed, and you got to find a way where you got to balance everything out in a way where you're like, okay, now I got to move it on this side. Let me try to move it to this side. And, sometimes things get, tangled up. But you got to know how to untangle things and get it moving in a motion where everybody's happy and there's no drama involved. You got to make sure you fill that void, that space where people is constantly saying, you too busy focused on you. You too busy doing this. You don't want to get in that habit of always focusing on you, because then it start to look like all you caring about is yourself. And, you know, sometimes that can be not an issue, because when you become an adult, you got things to take care of. It's understandable. And sometimes I think the family just be missing you sometimes. The spouse be missing you. They want to spend that time with you while you're still alive. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow isn't promised. So, you know, I think sometimes certain people get to thinking about, you know, them not being here no more. And then they wishing they would have had that time back with you that they didn't get when they still was living. You know, I think sometimes that they be thinking about that the older that they get. You know what I'm saying? That's why they try to cherish all this spending time with you. So that way, you know, God forbid, you know, somebody lose their life. They can go out with a bang and say, I had my last few days spending time with my son or my nephew or my cousin. You know what I'm saying? My uncle. You know, you become the source of each and every situation. And now everybody's talking about it. It's in everybody's brain. I just spent some time with my uncle. I spent time with my auntie, my cousin, my daughter, my friends, my spouse, whatever. You know, it could be anything. But one thing I can say is, now that we're 7 minutes in, I want to say time management is very, very important. If you're not managing your time, what are you doing? So I just want to say, man, you could also put your responses in the comments. Let me know, what do you do to manage your time? And if it's stressful, let me know. Put it in the comments. I want to see you respond to this. I know me managing my time, as I've gotten older, it became a little bit more easier for me. In the beginning, when I first transitioned from a kid to an adult, me coming into it, I say 21, I wasn't really too focused on it. I was more too busy partying. But I started transitioning into it more by at least 25, 26. That's when I started really learning how to set my alarms and, you know, really make it to work at a certain time. So I always was always the early type. I never was always, you know, late really. So I always made sure I leave my house 3 or 4 hours early so I can find where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was work or a show. I treat everything the same way I treat my music. Like if I had to be at the studio at 1, I'm leaving 10 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on where it's at. So if it's in the city like where I'm at, okay, then, well, you know, I don't have to go too far. But if it's out the city, I got to leave at an earlier time to get there on time. You get what I'm saying? So it's really all about having the patience and really knowing how to manage every time that I can get. You know what I'm saying? Managing that time with everything, whether it's your career, whether it's just, like I said, spending time with family, or, you know, putting yourself on a pedestal, talking about life and, you know, interacting with the young people, you know, the ones that really need it the most. You know what I'm saying? So it's really all how you want to do it. But yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments your responses to time management and how you manage your time and all of that stuff. I am Big Mar. I want y'all to check out my latest video that I did called Block Your Blessings and much, much more. Till next time, man, it's your boy Big Mar, and I'm out.